This is Kim Meyer with Horsemanship Help for another Motivational Monday, where I try to help with mental and the emotional side of horsemanship and life. And if that interests you, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell and you'll get more. Today's topic is just do it. And in life, we have to deal with things we don't always want to have to deal with. And usually people deal with them in one of two ways. First, they say, I'm going to wait until I feel like doing it. And when this is done and that's done and I have time and I feel inspired. Or the second one is just jump in and start getting it done. And then you will start feeling empowered. So an example of this and the power of it is say you've been invited to a holiday party, okay? You get out of work and you're exhausted and you're like, oh, I've got so much to do. I've got shopping and baking and all this stuff. Maybe I'll go for a half hour. Maybe I'll go for an hour. So it's snowing. You go out, you dust off the car, scrape the windshield, and you go. And you have a fantastic time. And, it's good food, spend time with friends, just easy conversation. You drive home and you're like, I can't believe I was going to miss that party. Okay. So that's an example of just jumping in and feeling inspired as you're doing it. Now, in horsemanship and life, we have to address things we don't want to deal with. And we can deal with them. A couple tips. One, take one or two things a day that you have to deal with, a big one, a big topic. You don't have to finish it. You just start it. You just do a little piece of it. And then you do all the little other things like vacuum, laundry, pick up the kids, all that stuff after the littler things. And I don't remember where I heard this, but it's kind of like you have a jar, a little mason jar, and you have two rocks that you've got to put in it and then a bunch of sand before you close the lid. So if you put the two rocks in and then you pour the sand in, you can easily close the lid and finish everything you needed to do for the day. If you pour the sand in and then you try to put the rocks in, you can't close it. You're not going to have time for the big important things if you've done all the little things to take up the time. So I thought that was kind of a cool example. So usually we don't want to start because we're overwhelmed. And throughout this example, I want to give two examples. One, a lifetime one. Pretend you're going to do a yard sale. You have a spare room and it's full of crap and you want to sell it. Okay, and every time you go past, you're like, ugh. And also a horsemanship one. So say that there's a clinician that you want to ride with in the fall, and you've just got a new horse and it was dropped off in a stock trailer and you don't know if it's going to work in your 2-horse trailer and self-load in your 2-horse trailer. So those are our two examples as we play with this. Okay. So first thing you want to do when you're overwhelmed is, just like I said before, break it down into 10-15-minute chunks and be proud that you got that done. Now, I also have another thing that I use, that when I'm starting something and I become overwhelmed, I break it down into littler pieces. And when I create an outline, okay, and I don't think, I just do. So my mantra is don't think, just do. So I work at my to-do list without thinking about all the emotions and how's this going to work. I just start writing an outline, a plain outline. And you want to get acquainted with your project. Okay, you want to Google the information, you want to watch YouTube videos, read books, and talk to trusted friends about how to get it done. So with our examples, for both of them, you might do your research on it and become acquainted. Okay, then the last piece is you have to get motivated to keep doing those 10 to 15 minute chunks a day. And you can either do it positively, okay, meaning you can envision all the good that's going to happen. Like with the yard sale stuff, that you're going to go past that room and you're not going to be like, oh, look at that mess. And it'll just drain the life right out of your soul. Okay. Or that you look at your horse trailer and you're like, oh man, I have no idea if this horse is going to do this or not. And you feel weak, scared, and frustrated by your lack of freedom. So you can think of it that way. Or you can think of it positively, and you can think of, man, that room, it's going to be so nice to have that money from all that stuff in that yard sale. Or you can say, it's going to be so awesome to be with my friend at that clinic. So you can either motivate yourself negatively, that you don't want to do this anymore and it is icky, or you can say, I want to envision the good and have that motivate you. So either positive or negative motivation. Work at it in chunks until you get it done. In no time, you're going to be feeling the pride of getting it done, and you'll be taking your cash from the yard sale and signing up for your horsemanship clinic. This has been Kim Meyer with Horsemanship Help. And remember, I want you to stay safe, I want you to succeed, and I want you to enjoy your horse. All right, thank you.